Hi all chess goodies and welcome to day 60 of our chess grind. I got two back-to-back even scores. That means like that I lost 50% of the time and won 50% of the time in the last 2 days. So we'll see if that continues. I mean, I got 1 or 2 draws there as well, but that still doesn't change. And it is an even score, so hopefully I'm stabilizing a little bit. C3, that's a bit unusual, I'm gonna say. D5 probably was better. Yeah, I'm gonna say D5 was more flexible. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll just go D5. And then C5, so yeah, it is basically a London system, and that's what I was saying, that D5 was better earlier instead of G6. It is not that G6 and it is a bad position, but yeah, I like to play it more with just D5, C5, and then see what my opponent plays, and then maybe go for G6. Okay. Can't I just go E5 and then take the pawn? I understand that the bishop should go to G7, but I think it should be fine. And then a typical idea that I don't like when I play, let's say, Slav defense, to play E4 and then knight E5 and then this. That's pretty annoying to face. But I cannot do it yet. There was this bishop. Like, there are other things I need to watch out. Sup, and welcome back. You're pretty fast. Pretty fast with loading up the stream. Okay, so there's an obvious threat of just winning a pawn. I can go up like queen d6 maybe. But I'm thinking of rook e8, yeah. That will be my choice. Because I of course also can go back like this. It is, yeah, it depends. If I want the Oxford bishop back on e7 to counter the pin, but I would say that, yeah, bishop f8 and bishop g7 is better because I got queen d6. That's how I can get rid of that. But if this knight moves, there might be attacks against d5. I got bishop e6 though. But yeah, it is pinned. So okay, a6 first to see where this bishop is heading towards. And then like bishop f8. Yeah, bishop f8. Now knight b3 is not possible because of just b5, and I would trap the bishop. Okay, bishop falls back. And yeah, now it attacks d5 pawn, but now there's no longer that pin or pressure, so I can defend it with bishop e6. Can defend it with bishop e6, but now I'll have to go bishop g7 and then move the queen. If I manage to do that, then my position is great. So the question is there a way to put pressure on my position? So that would mean I would not be fast enough to make those two moves. Not sure where to put the queen. C7, B6, A5, D6, D7. But it doesn't matter since I first have to play this move and then I can decide. But how to put pressure on these two pawns? Because that's what it is about. Maybe pawn e4. If necessary, I can still play bishop e7. Most likely. But yeah, bishop g7 just defends the knight as well. h6, g5. So I think I should be fine. Only breakthroughs just e4 or c4. c4, yeah, c4 I would see as a typical way to break through. So my opponent is setting up e4 or c4 as well, but this would seem more like c4, not c4, e4. And I wanted to say, but yeah, bishop g7. Now if I can move my queen away, then I'm completely fine. Okay, so pawn e4 lands. But I should be able to just move my queen to d7 and be okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Fine here, the rook defends there. I think I got everything protected here. And now I would be able to take the pawn. It would not win that pawn, but I'm able to do so. Compared to the last position, where capturing would not be losing, but maybe close, because yeah, this would be pretty dangerous, but now it is fine. Okay, yeah, this is most likely the only active approach. The only way to put even more pressure. Am I able to go pawn d4 here? Yeah, I am. I'm hitting the queen. Yeah, and it will open up and we can get like half of the pieces off the board with this move. But I think that it is the way. Yeah, I would be happy to be white because I would get that one free move needed to maybe be even better. Okay, knight c4, that's a nice move. I was not thinking about this one at all. So it attacks this. Puts a lot of pressure on d4. I cannot take. Is queen c7 a possibility? Might drop a pawn, but then win it back on e4. So yeah, I think it should be fine. Yeah, it should. Luckily it is, and now, yeah, I run away from the d file, so another pin taken care of. I think it should work out, but it is quite a mess in the center of the board. Okay, here's the capture. I can take with the knight. It should be better to do it this way, because I'm attacking the queen. So yeah, here we go. Oh. This tree that is recaptured with the rook. They might be having some things there with the bishop. Okay, I might have not realized that it is with the rook, so it defends e4. But still, I feel like there should be something. There should be something working out for me back. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I know. It was actually a really nice final. It was a nice match, I think. Is it fine? E5? Like, what if I take? This cannot happen. And then I'm just attacking. This. Yeah, I'm not sure about this move. Okay, I feel like I have to take. I'm at least definitely not losing a pawn, but might be winning or yeah, probably just close to winning. But maybe not. Maybe I'm actually winning it because of this bishop that will be on the attack. Doesn't matter how I take. So yeah. Wow. Bishop captures on c4. So if I take with the rook, I'll hit both pieces this way. The bishop is also under attack. Only saving move will be this, I guess. So I had to cough. But yeah, so yeah, this, I take the queen, and there was this maybe? And then if this, I think so. It should be line. I think that this was misplayed by my opponent. Now bishop f4 should be just the only move here. Otherwise, there are just too many pieces hanging. And even if I would not have that pin against bishops, I would still win a pawn. And this one would be questionable whether it is possible to take. I'm actually doing pretty good. I participated in a tournament lately when I had a stream pause. Short one. Is this working out? It just should be. I don't see a problem here. And I got over 2000. I think I should have 2018 rating, but it is not there yet. I still have 1941. But at the end of the month, I should get it. So that's nice. Also because I was like really underrated for a long time. And now in last year I gained more than 400 trading points. So that's great. And we'll see, I have 2 more tournaments planned till the end of the year, and we'll see how I'll do, but if things go really good, I might be 2100 by the end of the year. Yeah, this is pretty tough. I mean, this seems so unusual. They have bishops lined up like this, in the middle of the board, basically. Like, usually when you get it, it is somewhere here. when they chase the rook, but yeah, this with both rooks attacking. And yeah, I mean, there is nothing to do. I don't see anything. Like, one of the bishops will be lost, and yeah, there's just a full knight that I'll be up. And this should be nice first game. We'll see whether we get a move. Hopefully, because otherwise this would be just kind of stalling. But at the same time, I kind of get it. Like, if the game goes wrong, then I myself sometimes need some time to realize what has happened, yeah, and only then resign. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this just fine. This is fine that you wait for about a minute and you watch if there is really nothing to do. Yeah, bishops are slightly better than knights, if you mean that. But it always just depends on the position, and also, generally speaking, bishops work better with the rooks in rook endgames, but knights work better with the queen, so yeah, that is another thing to watch out for, and yeah, it is quite difficult, but generally you should not give up your bishop for a knight early in the opening for no reason at all. Like, there are openings, like, for example, the exchanged Spanish is the main example of that, where you just give up your bishop for the knight. I can even play it. And why not? Why not? Yeah, this is the example. You give up the bishop, but you win the pawn structure. And then you'll be able to go pawn d4 and get a counterplay. Queen d6. Yeah, that is a possibility. I'm sure. f6 should be the main move, but fine. And yeah, I think that I'm just good to play d4 here. And now, okay, I'll take back with the queen and get the endgame if my opponent wants to. If c5, then I'm not gonna take. Yeah, bishop d7, long castling most likely. And yeah, the plan here is that I got this kingside majority where I can quite easily create a passed pawn if I want to. Here that with the bishop. Okay, I'll put it on e3, yeah. I can create a passed pawn pretty easily, while my opponent on the queen side, it is pretty hard, honestly, if you defend it well with white. Okay, I'll go knight d2, because if I would put it on c3, then the knight is quite limited by this pawn. So yeah, now one of the rooks belongs to the d file, definitely. And I might just start pushing f4, e5. Taking advantage of that kingside majority. getting one of the knights to b3, and then, yeah, a5 and c5 are really good squares. This knight, yeah, most likely. The knight in the center is pretty good, even though it can be kicked out. Not right now, but it is not an outpost. Knight g6, yeah, I wanted to say that it is pretty logical not to allow me to go there. Even though I should be able to enforce it if I want to. I got a bishop supporting. So yeah, I'm gonna move the knight back. Not sure to which square. Okay, I'll just choose e2, but I don't know, f3 maybe. It's better, yeah, difficult to say. For me, yeah, difficult to say which square would be better. Right now I can even go bishop c5 and exchange the bishops to eliminate the bishop pair, which is the main counterplay that black has. But maybe also just double up. Pretty simple. Double up on the d file, f3 if needed, even though it weakens these two pieces. King f2 could come in nicely. Okay. Knight is getting towards c4 as well. Yeah, that was maybe something why to put the knight on f3 instead. So yeah, knight is coming to c4. And that is simply happening. Maybe rook d4. But no. So okay, I'll put one of the pieces to c5. I need to decide which one. But I'll choose the knight. Yeah, I'll choose the knight indeed. Even though, yeah, let me put the other knight, but it is kind of difficult again. But yeah, here's the answer why knight f3 maybe was better. But I was not sure if bishop g4 was something or not. Most likely not, I guess, because I would trade and then get the knight in. I don't know. But yeah, already happened, and now I got this position, which still should be fine. If knight c4, I think I would take back with the rook. Not take back, but just take on the sun with the rook. This can come. And then no, this is not possible. Yep, it is not. It would be down the exchange there. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm not so happy about. That there might be this in-between capture on e3. And then I would get really terrible pawns. It's not just knight c4, but knight g4 as well. So both of those moves pose me some problems. And that is the example of, yeah, I can give you a pretty nice example of the counterplay that black has. And that's exactly what this. Because if this knight would be a bishop, then I'm just controlling the knight and it is perfect. I'm just better, but here, more complicated. Maybe bishop d4, but then if this knight takes, rook b1, knight jumps back. No, this doesn't work out. In that case, yeah, I gotta go down that line. He has to take first, otherwise I would have this with check, so... Oh yeah? So now I'll take and then knight e3. Yep. That's pretty annoying. Hmm. Okay, I have nothing else then to take. Only three. Maybe this was an option. But capturing there, not really possible. Knight would not be trapped, and now I still got a better development at least. Which is something, you can do a lot with it actually. But like, do I give a check now or give up a pawn for this? I actually like it. My opponent wants a draw. Shall I take the draw? Shall I take the draw here? If I go e5, then give a check. King d6 or king d8. You know what? I'll play on. I actually like this. But isn't there this, maybe? Maybe. Knight d4. But also I could just take and I would win that pawn back. Okay, we'll see. I decided to play on. Even though, yeah, it might be slightly better for black, so... Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Okay. This is most likely a good move. Just a fine one, but I'll get rid of... Yeah, I'll just take and get rid of my double pawn. Now it is only an isolated pawn. Which is not awesome, but it could work. Okay, b2 is attacked, so c3 or b3. It always depends, and I still don't have it clear. Okay, my opponent wants a draw again. Okay, I started to dislike it. I think that it's got slightly better chances, so I decided to take it. In the end, we'll see. No, okay, it is just a draw apparently. b3, which was a move I wanted to play. I mean, it is just an opening. It is maybe worse according to computers, but definitely playable. I actually, when I was starting to play chess, this was my first opening that I played, even in classical games, when I was a really young kid. Okay, there's queen e7. And now you go knight d5. And I actually got crashed in it in that tournament I played. And now here isn't queen h4 a line here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but he's gonna know the answer. a3 is almost forced here. Maybe bishop b2 possible? Yeah, I think these two moves, but a3 is just the best. You gotta stop bishop b4. And then, yeah, then I'm not even sure what would I do. Most likely develop this bishop somewhere else, and the a3 is played. Bishop somewhere else, and just castle. Can I go just bishop e7? Don't I need it for the queen? Yeah, I think I can go just bishop e7 and be fine. Okay, yeah, bishop e7, let's say g3. Okay, I actually know that queen h4 is a move, but then a3 and that's it. So now I need to figure out what to do. I can just go knight b6. Yeah, I think I'll go knight b6 because I would have to play it anyway. It is kind of funny because my opponent is trash talking in the chat currently. So I hope I beat him. Yeah, so yeah, g3 game. Now I need to figure out what to do with that queen. Isn't this a problem that I was calculating in one of the lines? No, okay, I'll just get back to e7 and then g6, bishop g7 as my opponent is doing. The same, spent a bit of time here. And yeah, g6. You just need to watch out for maybe h4 and then bishop g5. Yeah, queen d4, but then bishop b2. That's the problem there. If it would not be for bishop b2, then it is the best move. And it is actually a move that you play a lot of times after bishop b4 if it is allowed, if not a3. These two pieces currently not in the best spot, but so are these. Undeveloped completely. These two just misplaced. And we have symmetry on the king side, so yeah, it is now really just about this pawn. f4 most likely played, but I'll go d6 if I take care of c6. Maybe d5. Yeah, maybe d5. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Oh, so queen gets away, but actually now the pawn is just pinned. And if I take f4, I can give a check, so that would be fine. There's probably something like this. Yeah, most likely. And then if d6, f4. So yeah, it is a poison pawn for now, but I can still put pressure on it. And I can just play that d5 move. And I will. Boss on is impossible because that. Okay, knight defends it. Yeah, d6 and then bishop takes c6. Maybe it still works, but yeah, I decided for d5. Now, okay, rook e8, rook d8, and then I gotta do something with the queen. Knight d7. Okay, bishop defends. Okay, I'll go rook d8. Yeah, queen c5 is one of the moves I wanna play. I just don't wanna play it too early, because if I just play queen c5, then pawn b4. And I have to move the queen back and then maybe c5. Maybe c5 anyway, though. Okay. Am I gonna... I should take back with the pawn. I just should do that. Yeah. Okay, now c7 is under attack. I might just play rook d7. And defend that. Yeah, I'll do just that. e6 and I should be fine. Okay. This is a problem. Can I go f5 by any chance? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. In that case, I'm dropping a pawn. Yeah, in that case, it was not a good move. Let's just go back. Is that the best I can do? Maybe I can give up the exchange, but depends what is worse. So I guess I just go back. Yeah, this was a miss. I actually won a pawn in a similar fashion when I went for bishop h3 in one of my classical games. So what do I do now? I think I'll go for a counterplay this way. That's what I'll try to do. Yeah, I think so. I think that is the best thing, to keep the queens on the board. Knight f3 is expected, queen h5, bishop g2. Oh. Yes, but I got this. And then bishop c3. Queen h6. Okay, pawn f4. So do I want to play that queen h5? Only other squares to go back. No, I'll try queen h5. I don't want to go back. That would be another just improvement for white. And if bishop draws back, then I want to play rook d7. And I might be fine. So yeah, this is most likely the critical line. But then, do I take? Because I might play rook e8 first, give up the knight, and then take, and bank on weak light squares. That might be the try I could go for. E6. Okay. Okay. A lot of stuff is going on. But it is possible that it just works out. For white. I cannot take. There's a checkmate as well. So yeah, you are probably right, just queen e7. But this was... Yeah, this is really something. Is there any way to get out of this? If I take, pawn takes. Okay, yeah, this is a really nice find. And I'm doing kind of the similar thing that my opponent did in their first game, when I get struck, and then I think for a minute to realize what has happened. Okay, I'll take, but if ef7, it just should be lost, maybe even checkmate. Because this is forced, and then the other rook can come in. Okay, I'm just playing on and hoping, because I don't see the checkmate yet, but it has to be there. Yeah, it is there. Okay. So, oh no, c3. I mean, it is not terrible, it is not a blunder, it can be played, but I of course wanted to play c4. But you can play this, like, you'll get d4, and there's now like reversed Caro-Kann, so it is fine. But not entirely what I wanted. Isn't this now just like... Yeah, it is a Queen's Gambit. Yeah, it is actually like a Queen's Gambit. Now this is a Queen's Gambit exchange variation. So it is fine. Now, okay, I'll just play... You know what, I'll go Queen c2. No, maybe it is a bit of a bait, because knight a6 is a move that is not so pleasant to face. And yeah, I gotta get this bishop out, so that means knight out first to be able to put the bishop on g5. Okay, h6, so my opponent is doing everything against that. In that case, I got nothing else than to close it and just put the bishops like this. It is still a game, but it is better to have the bishop in this position on h4. And then I'll go for the minority attack. Knight will land on e4 now, I'm sure. So I'll play this and then, okay. Yeah, that's why you usually want to have your knight on e2. But that's fine, I think. Knight d4. Yeah, right now I don't want to lose my bishop pair. Even though this bishop is not really good. So, yeah, maybe I might just give it up. Is there any nasty trick like this? F3 does not really work, I think. Yeah, okay, I'll go rook b1. But eventually I think I'll have to take on e4 anyway. Because to be... Wow. Does it actually work? I got nothing else than to just go into that line. Oh, but it works, okay. So I have to go back. Wow. No idea why I did not see this one. I was thinking about bishop h2, but then for some reason I thought that this would not come with check somehow. And then that I would have time. No, this does not work out. There's another check. In that case, okay, I'll play a few more moves, but okay, this is pretty bad. This is pretty disappointing. And honestly, I'm gonna say that it is kind of because of that I'm used to play it with just the bishop out and knight e2. And these two small changes, yes, they are, and it is usually in this line. But as I wanted to say, with bishop g5 and bishop there, you usually kind of neutralize the dark squared bishop. And with the knight on e2, you got more flexibility. So yeah, the c3 game did not go so well. Rook d1 actually is not even possible, but honestly, not sure. What is my... Yeah, I think I'll just resign and move on. And actually, I'll have to get a bottle of water. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. So yeah, I'm here. And let's see if that helps. Hopefully not another mouse slip in the first move. C3 was not so nice. Oh no, yeah, it turned out to be Queen's Gambit, the client exchanged. But with the fact that there was no knight on f6 already. So that made quite a difference. And we are getting another London system, okay. Let's see if this time we can get into my favorite line. I actually used to play London system myself. And I think that I had great results with it, but it is not an opening that is very sharp and that gives you nice combinations. It is just equal game where you try to maneuver pieces around. Yeah, C5 is just the most principled way to approach the London system, because usually in these, well, they almost never take on C5 actually. So yeah, here I should go either E6. Yeah, I think E6 just should be the best. And then I'm expecting B4. I can play A5. If not B4, I think I'm getting the pawn back almost by force. Yeah, knight A6 as a line as well. Isn't there a check? No, I think that should be fine. So I'll just go A5. And this is now what you usually play in Slav. But the knight is already on C6 in most of the lines. But here it is not there, and it depends whether it is an advantage or a disadvantage actually. Because it could be both. Know that here you can move the knight and then get your queen to f6 in some lines. Maybe queen d4 can counter it. Okay, I think... knight d5. Okay, not h5. There's a queen. Maybe knight a6 here. Then it can get kicked out. Maybe bishop d7. Yeah, b6, it crossed my mind as well. But the thing about b6 is that then I would just definitely admit that I'll be down a pawn with a decent compensation that you usually have because you got the center better piece development. But with b6 I would just go a pawn down. But yeah, I think I'll play knight a6 now. Maybe it is true that it should have been played a move ago. Now rook b1. a3, okay, also works. So yeah, white is gonna be up a pawn, but I should have a compensation here. That's what I know from Slav defense positions. So just bishop e7. Yeah, I'll go bishop e7. I'll leave the tension here. And then castle. Yeah, this is most likely the reason why you go knight a6 instead of bishop d7. Yeah, it is possible that you go knight a6 instead of bishop d7 immediately when the knight is still on b1. There's no rook b1 and a3 also. So okay, that is probably the line. But still, as I was saying, I should get a game. And maybe it is time to admit that I'm just a pawn down and go for b6. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'll just do it. I want to get more activity. So yeah, let's take. Still, I would not recommend capturing on a5, so yeah, the pawn on c3 is a weakness. It might be pushed to c4, but then the pawn would be falling. Okay, rook c8, I'll immediately put pressure there. Yeah, now the knight on a6 is not so nice. Honestly. I would want to get this knight remaneuvered somewhere. Knight e5, hitting the bishop then. Okay, I'll try knight e8 and get it to d6 perhaps. Yeah, so here it is. Oh wow, and isn't there a... Oh, don't tell me that. There is the same tactic I lost the last game. I can't believe my eyes. It actually is there. And there is nothing I can do because my bishop is hanging. Okay, only thing is... Yeah, so only way to save this is to go back to f6. Yeah, so it was not a great move. Definitely not. But I'm thankful for at least that knight f6 back. Because my initial plan was bishop b5, but again, the tactic would be there with f7 undefended. 2 times in a row. At least I learned my lesson and at least dodged this specific tactic for the moment. Okay, so I wanna place my bishop somewhere now. e8 or b5. And I'll choose e8. Yeah, there's that tactic, but still, in this position, I don't think I have compensation. Maybe not even at all. Now it goes back to f3. Am I gonna go to d7 now? I might. Yeah, okay, I will. Maybe f6, e5. And then, of course, e4. That would be great, but it is not happening. That should not happen. There's also this, so. Also, maybe knight back to b8. Difficult what to do with all those pieces. But for him, actually, it's not easy to maneuver as well. It is a strange situation where we both don't really have a lot of space. Because there was no trade made, actually. So do I go f6? Maybe bishop f6. Maybe. Yeah, maybe bishop f6. Let's try that. Might provoke c4, but then there's still b4. So yeah, we'll see. Also this diagonal potentially. Two bishops might be strong. e4 instead. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, e4 is definitely a move. Now I see. Knight would defend and hit the bishop. So am I just gonna take there? Okay, I'll try. My bishop is defended, so that's fine. And I'm banking on... Actually, if I take now, we have equalized the material already. Isn't there a tactic like this? No, I should be fine with that. So I'll take on d5. And then do I go d4? Yes, I do. That seems good. Is there something? Oh, I mean... Yeah, it is something. But it still should be fine. There's a tactic with this, that these two pieces would be hit at the same time. That is how my opponent is planning on getting it back. Or maybe this is even better, because if I would recapture, there is a check. Okay, it is getting complicated, and time is running. So just... Okay, it is really running. So I'll just go queen c7. And then take. I got knight f8, and with knight f8 there is no mate. At least as the saying goes, but I don't know. Like this type of idea? How am I defending? G6 only way. And then this. Okay, only queen there. But it is not a checkmate threat. It is not a checkmate threat. At least as I think. I know, I might get mated somewhere. I'll take. Yeah, maybe. I'll just try to take that pawn. And then now knight takes, and this knight is hanging. Okay, I'll try this, but really time is ticking. I'll have to go knight f8. There is this tactic, I guess. Yeah, I was almost sure that I'll fall short to some kind of a tactic. That is checkmate. Yeah, to be honest, with so little time, it was unavoidable. And that's it, there was no way to save the bishop. It was bad the whole game, actually, but I was sure that I'm... Oh, wow, okay. Most likely not that cash on a3. Okay, it was still just lost, okay. So what do you do in here? Okay, yeah, so I misplayed the opening. I did not get enough out of it. Maybe, yeah, I think then just knight f6 instead of the bishop d7, and it would be better. So the water did not actually help yet. I'll take another sip. And we have another scotch. Okay. Last time I went for knight f6 and it ended up badly. But I might not go for that queen h4 line. Okay, so we are getting the 4-knight scotch. So it's fine. Yeah, like London definitely is a thing. Like it is an opening. e5? Is that a move you play? Is it the way you do it? Because now if queen e7, I already got my bishop out. This seems weird. It really does. And now, okay, I need to move the knight. But do I take first to mess up the pawn structure? Or let bishop d2 to be played? Okay, honestly, I will be able to mess up the pawn structure anyway. So it's fine, I just take with the knight. And okay, pawn takes. And now we go back. This should be built as well as we got in one of the previous games. In this position, it feels like I should be better. I can just castle on the next move. A4. What is the idea of that move? Bishop to e3? I can even just take on e5. Is this a real 2300? Yeah, I can just take. There's this thing. This is really weird that my opponent is 2300. But I mean, I also make stupid mistakes. Also early in the opening, so... You know, when you play against someone who blunders like this, you question it, but then you blunder yourself, so... Yeah, and here I should be able to... I can also just recapture the bishop, but... The fact is that I'm checking no matter what with the captured area, and there is the resignation. So okay, quick 13 move victory. And let's move on. Okay, now I'm not going to play c3. Mouse slip with c3. So I'm getting the English that I want. Will we see the abort of this game or a move? Okay, so we see a move. Okay, so we are playing this copycat. Okay. So yeah, the way you play it is just e4, d3, and you get basically symmetrical positions out of this opening. If black plays it this way. Okay, e6. That is a way to play this, but I can go d4. Not here, but probably soon. No, I'm still there enough times. I'm still defending enough times. Maybe there is knight b4 afterwards. I got knight f4. If d5 happens. But also just d6 can be played. I'll go rook b1. Yeah, this is just good to get if there is a bishop. On g7, I plan on pushing the pawns on the queen side. So okay, we see just the d6 move. And if I go a3, I bet a5 will happen, but then I might have knight b5, so I'll be okay with that. This is a good position out of the opening. The goal is obvious to get d4, and then we'll get a Maroc-Siberian Sicilian. So do I push that b pawn forward? Actually, or just b3 maybe? d3 and then this. That honestly might be an option, because when you push pawns, they cannot go backwards, and you can create weaknesses in the form of the c4 pawn. So to be honest, I'll just leave it for later and just complete my development completely and then decide which breakthrough I want to go for. Yeah, D4 is the main one that I think I wanted. Okay. Knight jumps to D4 to blockade. And I cannot take it because this would be fork. But I can go pawn B4 now. Yeah, I'll go pawn B4 in this position. I'm not hanging a knight this way because I would just take with the knight. Knight goes there and defends it, okay. I can push B5, but not entirely sure about that. I think I'll just play Queen D2. Yeah, Queen D2 looks fine. Just a nice logical developing move, going for this classical standard idea. Also F4 is open, another typical move. If you got this pawn structure in the center. Maybe X rank B4, but still fine. I can go like bishop G5 now. Yeah, I think I'll go bishop G5. If F6, then I'll take it as a victory because I weaken the pawn structure. At least that's my view. And to be honest, I can even play bishop H6. Knights are defending each other. So in that case, why not? I'll do that. Okay, yeah, this should be fine. Still thinking what to do about the knights in the center. Okay, F5. Okay, it is that thing. For sure. Am I gonna take... So I can take on F5. Yeah, I think I should take on G7, definitely. Yeah, queen takes, that was expected. And now, do I take? If knight takes... Might go B5 here. Maybe. And maybe I'm also thinking for a long time already. So okay, I'll take. I'll just take there. Okay, GF. It was a move I was expecting the least, but I of course knew that it is possible. I'll just close it with F4. That's what I think I'll do. I'm also taking away E5 from the knight. Okay, so now I think I want to put my rook to e5. I hope that I don't blunder anything here. I don't think I do. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Bishop is defending. Yeah, I'm constantly thinking about it, but knight just moves and then these bishops get traded off, and the diagonal will be dangerous. Then I might take on d4, that is true, and I might actually play it. I might play it. Yeah, I think I will. The knight will not be positioned very nicely. I have to play it with the... Okay, so we are getting it this way. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I wanted to take back with the knight, right? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I did not see it was possible for a second. But now, yeah, I would be able to eliminate the knight as well. Which could be a really dangerous piece there. I'm gonna take first and get checked. This will be a draw, most likely. Queen e3. Yeah, I think that is a practical thing to do. I don't think that there are a lot of chances in this position. So I think I'll take the queen first. Otherwise this maybe. Yeah. And now we'll see. Well, of course, continue to play on. Am I gonna take? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not. I'll just go rook d1 to prevent e4 from happening. I can also just go king f3. Yeah, we do. We do. Which is what I'm trying to play for. And then, yeah, how about doubling up? Maybe now pawn takes? Maybe now pawn takes, actually. Okay, so... No, my opponent's just doubling up as well. Now let's say pawn a4 and... Yeah, we got the better pawn structure, but... No breakthroughs. No breakthroughs. Can I go h4? I can maybe go h3 first, why not? But yeah, this should be a draw. But you never know. With so little time. Okay, I'll go rook g1. I think it should be fine. I think that it still should be fine. Maybe a5. Yeah, a5 is a breakthrough I'm thinking about. G4 maybe as well. Oh wow, okay, I gotta go here. So we are shifting our attention. But yeah, I got 1 minute 40, yeah, like if I lose this some time, I mean I do, but I hope to hold. And okay, so we are going back. In that case, I'll go back. I can just repeat this. And yeah, a5, maybe I can try that, but then it opens up. Okay, so he's trying to get this, maybe. But I can go g4. Yeah, I can. Let's try that. Maybe e4 is what he's setting up. Okay, it is opening up now. It is opening up now. Quite a lot. And we'll see. It is possible that one of the sides will drop a pawn. Or two. Yeah, with the rook. And now e4 is not even possible. And now... Okay, I'll take. I just need to play faster. I know that I'm fixing the pawn structure a bit, but the pawn would still be weak. And now if I go here... No, I cannot be hit. I might sneak in. And also what I'm hoping for are checks. Yeah, rook f2 is something, but I need to watch out not to get mated. That is the issue with having the king on e4. Yeah, here it is. I can give a check then. Okay. Let's do this. We are getting a trade. I'll snap the a7 pawn, and the king is real weak. It's really bad, and I might start pushing. Oh my gosh, but I'm so not making this with time. Yeah, so like I would have to give up this. But then I get like 3 pawns, which is quite a lot. And this should be a draw. This should be a draw. I'm confident. It is. Oh, I misplayed it. Okay, so it is not, but yeah, now it is not, but it was again. Yeah, it is because of the time. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I'm gonna show you. I'm almost sure that this endgame is a draw, at least. If not, I would be surprised, to be honest. Yeah, it is a draw, but only if I go king c6. Okay, so only this endgame was a draw. King c5 is lost. Okay. But still now king b6 is fine. Yeah, it makes sense, but for some reason... Yeah, in that... how many seconds did I have? Like 17? Possibly. I just saw this. So that was the reason, but... Yeah, it was a draw indeed, and maybe that this was even winning. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I should have gone after that checkmate. And then a5 immediately. Yeah, a5. Yeah, I misplayed it, but... Yeah, that's the time. And I knew it, and I was saying it. And I mean, it is my fault that I got so low, obviously. But it is, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. In a similar weekend game, I was able to draw with these 2200 rated FIDE players, so yeah, I know that it was fine. I hope to bounce back. Maybe a similar fashion for once. Scotch for the third time today. Wow. That's quite a lot for one day. I think here g6 and bishop g7 is the right setup. Oh no, okay, I'll just castle. And then rook e8. Rook e1. Now, can I d5? Like d5, e5. Knight d7. f4. d6 is safe. But it is maybe a bit too passive. So I try to go into the lines with d5. Yeah, e5 is the critical line. Bishop g5. Okay. I can go d4 myself now. e5 is there. Is that thing I need to watch out, but I would get that knight. Yeah, I think I'm going with d4. And then how to get rid of this pin. Queen d6 is an option. h6. h6 g5, yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that is the way. 6 g5, and then maybe I can even snatch on e4. My knight, not knight, but king will get a bit exposed, but I don't think I'm getting attacked really soon. But now it is the question, can I take? I'm almost sure that I can. I'm not even almost sure. I am sure. Okay, we are getting this, and the knight doesn't even have squares. D4 pawn is defended 3 times. Okay. Rook gets attacked. So one option is to go all the way back. Other option is to play bishop f5. Yeah, I kind of like bishop f5, maybe f3. But then I can take, queen takes. No, and I would not really enjoy that. So how about rook e8? Yeah, I think that rook e8 is better. Although, if rook e8, rook d1, c5, c3. Queen f6. I'm getting captured there, so it should be fine. Yeah, okay, I'll just play rook e8, and at worst, yeah, okay, there is also c7, but at worst, I'll just give a pawn back. It's not the end of the world to give a pawn back and play on. Here I wanted to play, yeah, or here c5. First of all. And c3 is just to undermine. Okay, so queen c4. Okay, maybe one stronger, I don't know, attack c5, unleashes this. I can go queen e7 and defend it that way. I think that is the play. Knight doesn't even have squares. Only knight c1. But that should be fine because I would just get 2 rooks. But in this line, I would get a knight because it really doesn't have a square. And then I can go like bishop e6. And that might very well consolidate me. Put the last rook to b8 or d8. Probably d8. And be happy with the position. Even though c3 is still gonna be played. That simply is the breakthrough. White has to go for to get some activity. But that bishop e6, simple move. And this position seems great. With the pawn up, space advantage, bishop pair. Only disadvantage is the pawn structure. With this pawn on b7 or b6, it would be perfect. But that's it. Hi, welcome to the stream. a5, bishop a6, yeah, that is really interesting. I was thinking also about bishop a6 only, and I just saw that it doesn't work out because there is no protection, but yeah, a5 would give it a protection. Yeah, it is more maybe nice, and it maybe works out, like, I don't know. Only thing is that I would give white one more tempi, so it will really depends on what white plays now. It really depends on that, but yeah, there's also a square where the bishop would be even better. Definitely, but for example, like queen d5, then the rook is under attack. So I just wanted to play bishop e6, or say that I'll play bishop e6 because I can play that on everything I except for any knight moves, but then I would just win material. Yeah, for example that f3, and then if I go a5, just knight takes d4. Yeah, I think that should work out. So that's why on f3, I think bishop e6 should be okay. Even if knight takes, I can still take the queen and I would get the rook, so I would be able to go bishop e6, consolidate, and then kick the queen maybe around a little bit more. If queen b5, I can do this. So yeah, that's why. Otherwise, if allowed, if I don't know, a3, then a5, bishop a6 is the way to go. It all depends on what we'll see from our opponent, but he's already in a bit of a tank for now. I'm usually the one tanking for 3 minutes, even though I don't do it as often as well, but usually when I'm playing and one of us is doing it, then it's me. But it is true that up until this point, white had active counterplay. Now you will have to like defend. Yeah, f3 is one of the ways. c3 still, I think, most likely, but yes, c3 is still, maybe bishop a6, or that a5 bishop a6 might be working out. But wow, that's like what, 4 minutes? Maybe even more. Really unusual. But sometimes it definitely happens. But I would be honestly surprised if this long is just thinking of, or if there is something else going on. Like it definitely like can happen then that you play chess and then suddenly you simply need to do something else. So okay, so maybe not, maybe not. Maybe it was not the case. I don't know. Anyway, f4 instead of f3, but with a similar idea. But at putting pressure on the g5 as well. So in that case, yeah, I'll just go bishop e6. Queen a6. Okay. And then I just wanted to finish my development. Yeah, same idea. Maybe just more active, or it depends which move is better. Yeah, it perhaps f4 is better than f3, but it is with the same idea. So question is, what do I play now? I got f5 coming up, and then opening up this, maybe. So maybe queen f6. That could be one thing. Takes, bishop c7. But even if I would give a pawn back this way, I think it would be fine. I think that it would be just okay. Yeah, I think so. Because honestly, with this f4 and queen a6, I don't see a way to keep all my pawns. Maybe queen d8, but then I'll go under this as well. Well, bishop back to c8, but then we can kind of repeat moves. Which is a thing I don't want to. Because I think I'm better. So I'll try queen f6. Yeah, I'll try that. I should also use my time advantage that I got. Actually, it was 6 minutes. Wow. When I just look at it now. 6 minutes. Can take back with the pawn or the queen. Okay, I'll take back with the pawn because I don't want knight to get to f4. That is my reason. And then I'll go queen g6. Yeah, that looks good. Attacking c2. I like the position of the queen. And then it would be time to do something with the rooks. Queen there, defends c2. I can go bishop d5 now. Yeah, okay, I'll go bishop d5. And there's a really simple idea. Just queen e4 with an unstoppable checkmate. Okay, yeah, bishop c6. Nicely attacks the queen. Now if I take, it threatens checkmate. Which is exactly a move I'll play. And yeah, I wanted to leave the rooks like this. And don't trade because then there would be rook e2, maybe. But here, there seems to be no stopping that. Yeah, there is actually no stopping checkmate on g2. That's it, that's just how powerful this slight squared bishop is without the white counterpart. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, okay, that's just... check. And that's it. Now the rook is also hanging. But, yeah, the checkmate is unstoppable. So awesome. Awesome. Maybe a way to stop that was like this. Okay, no, apparently knight d4 and I'm like plus 12 and it is not winning. Plus 11. Okay, great. I think that this will be all for today. We are getting close to 2 hours. I could play one more, but this is a victory, so yeah, it is here. I think that today I actually lost once more than won, but still, that is quite fine. And yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow, and yeah, see you then.